What's up, Mavletic lovers and listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Maverick Postgame. We've got another full show for you today as the football team finally achieves another win.
And women's soccer continues to dominate.
Plus, men's soccer defeats the Cougars.
And volleyball completes the weekend with another spectacular win.
All of that and so much more as we move ahead into this recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. So with that being said, I'm your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I'm Ruby Jewel Maurer.
Let's dive into all the game-breaking stats, off-the-wall wins, heartbreaking losses, and in-depth analysis of our CMU athletics. Roll it!
Hello everyone, once again, I'm Ruby Jewel Maurer.
And I'm Grace Metcalf. Let's hop right in and take a look at all the Mavtastic action that took place this week here at CMU. I am pleased to share that after 7 offensive possessions in the first half, 7 touchdowns, add a first half special team score, and the Colorado Mesa football team enjoyed a 62-14 runaway victory Saturday over RMAC rival Fort Lewis College, spoiling the Skyhawks homecoming game. The Mavericks snapped a 3-game losing skid and less than 5 minutes into the game ended a streak of 8 consecutive quarters without an offensive touchdown, when Marvin Jones broke off a 48-yard touchdown run to cap a run-heavy opening series. 7 of the first 8 plays were runs, the first 6 between the tackles before Jones took the ball and angled to the right side before racing down the sideline for his first touchdown of the season. CMU rushed for 82 yards in the first series, more than its season average of 63.3 rushing yards per game. Gianni Hurd capped a 5-play, 69-yard drive with a 12-yard touchdown run for a 20-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. It was Hurd's first rushing touchdown of the season. 6 different backs ran for touchdowns, with Marco Quinney also catching a first-half touchdown from Herberg, who turned the game over to Kai Keone in the third quarter, with freshman Brock Bider quarterbacking the fourth. Miles Newble scored on a 59-yard run in the second quarter for a 34-0 lead before the Skyhawks finally got on the board. After Calvin Rabb caught an 84-yard touchdown pass from Braden Wingle, with 11 minutes and 42 seconds to play in the first half, the Skyhawks attempted an onside kick. The ball was bobbled by a Fort Lewis defender at the 44 and scooped up by Charlie Smith, who returned it for a CMU touchdown and a 34-7. A 32-yard run by running back Keyshawn Ashford, making his first appearance of the season, set up the Mavericks' 7th touchdown of the game. Herberg scored on an 11-yard keeper, and Ashford capped a 5-play, 35-yard drive with a 1-yard run with 28 seconds remaining in the first half. That made it 55-7 at the half and sent the majority of starters to the bench for the rest of the game. Keone scored from 3 yards out late in the third quarter after the defense forced a fumble, scooped up by Edmund Nwakin at the CMU 39. The backup defense allowed a touchdown with 5 minutes and 55 seconds remaining, but the unit had its best game of the season along with the offense, allowing only 21 rushing yards. As a team, the Mavericks ran the ball 30 times for a season-high 273 yards and added another 248 yards in the air, accumulating more total yards than the Skyhawks.
The Colorado Mesa women's soccer racked up another lopsided RMAC result with a 5-0 win over Western Colorado. Kylie Wells scored 2 goals and added an assist to pace the attack. Madison De Herrera had a goal and an assist for CMU, while Salvinal Randall and Sophia Beams also scored for the Mavericks. The Mavericks scored 3.5 goals in the quick succession. Wells dribbled the ball nearly half of the length of down the field and to the left sideline before putting in a net to cap the fantastic solo effort. Wells became the playmaker for goal number 2, threading through the ball down the middle of the WCU defense for Randall, who outmuscled the defender and to take a touch and score the 9th time this year. Just 2 minutes after getting on the field for the first time in the month of October, Beams was able to score for the first time this season, and the 4th time in her career once again. The Mavericks had success. advancing the ball down the left wing, and when the WCU keeper leapt outwards to get hands down on the attempted CMU cross, the deflection went straight to the Beams, who had slotted a ball on the ground through a traffic jam of defenders, and into the goal. De Herrera factored into both of CMU's second half goals. She assisted on the first one, hitting Wells in a stride and a pinpoint long-range pass over the top of the defense in the 62nd minute. De Herrera made it 5 on a pure hustle play, 7 minutes later stealing the ball from Lozano, tapping it into an empty net. As a team, the Mavericks took 23 shots compared to WCU's 8 and outshot the visitors, 15-4 in the second half. Western Colorado did earn 8 corner kicks in the match, while CMU had 5 corner kick opportunities.
The Colorado Mesa men's soccer fell behind early but responded quickly, defeating Colorado Christian for the second time this season, this time by a 3-1 score on the road in a Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference contest. Alec Fernopfel scored twice, first on a penalty kick less than 90 seconds after the Mavericks conceded, and again in the 78th minute to ice the victory. Manuel Ponce Casas scored what would hold up as the game winner in the 49th minute, with Moses Martinez providing the assist. Colorado Christian played the final 38 minutes down a man after receiving a straight red card in the early stages of the second half, but the Mavs already held a 2-1 lead at that time. Colorado Christian opened the scoring in phenomenal fashion, with Gabe Roloff surprising Chavez by racing to a loose ball and blasting a shot attempt from over 35 yards away on a half volley into the top right corner. The Mavericks responded right away, however, with a misclear from the CCU defense, leading to Raymond Jackson getting tripped up by a backtracking Cougar defender. Just 87 seconds after going down 1-0, CMU had an opportunity to equalize from the spot, and Fernopfel sent the keeper the wrong way and buried it into the bottom right corner. The Mavericks took the lead early in the second half, utilizing quick passing to get the ball to the top of the box, where Martinez played Ponce Casas through and allowed the sophomore to poke the ball past Pinozzoli with his first touch. The Mavs almost scored again minutes later, lifting a long ball over the top for Ponce Casas, who had a step on the CCU defense when he was tripped up from behind without the ball. The referee immediately issued a red card for denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Fernopfel capped the scoring on a lightning-quick counterattack, poking the ball away to win back possession off a CCU goal kick clearance and then making a run down the field. The ball found its way back to Fernopfel on a one-on-one opportunity against a Skyhawks player, and the redshirt senior kept his cool to slot the ball under the on-rushing keeper to make it 3-1 CMU. As a team, the Mavericks outshot CCU 14-5 overall and 5-3 in shots on goal. Fernopfel led the Mavs with 4 shot attempts, while Ponce Casas, Dimitros Ligulu, and Connor Chilson had 2 attempts each.
The nation's 10th-ranked Colorado Mesa University Mavericks volleyball team extended their winning streak to 7, and their best start in program history 18-1, with their most important win of the season to date, taking down the nation's 11th-ranked Raines University Rangers in 4 sets of intense Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference volleyball on Saturday. The Rangers also saw their 10-match winning streak snapped by the Mavericks. Sabrina Vandalist spread the ball nicely as 4 different Mavericks finished in double figures for skills, including conference leader Sydney Lefter. All 4 sets were tight in various stages, most notably in the opening set, which featured 7 ties and 5 lead changes. The Mavs trailed 19-17 but called a timeout and regrouped as Splitter recorded a kill before teaming with Dotterly for a block just 2 points later as the Mavs went on a 5-1 run, capped by another Splitzer kill to make a 2-point lead of their own 22-20. Leffler was then blocked before Splitzer put down another kill to make the scoring 23-21, forcing the Rangers' second timeout. Leffler then twice answered kills from Riggs, give to the Mavericks of the early overall advantage, with the 2-point set to the Rangers would pull within 14-13 on a Kepler kill, before back to Splitzer, kills followed by a Vandalist dump kill, extended the Mavs' lead back to a 17-13, while forcing the Rangers to call another timeout. CMU then scored the next point, to go up to 18-13 and led by 4 or 5 points. The rest of the set clinching on it thanks to 2 late set kills from another Liffler, another from 2 shadings. The Rangers would be the team to gain the early lead in the third set, going up from 10-6 on a legend Burbank block, before the Mavs would eventually batter back with 14-13 thanks to a 4-0 run. Book ended by shadings and daughterly kills, however. Rangers went on to the 3-0 run of their one come out of the timeout before eventually taking a 24-20 lead and crossing out the set on Dave's kill, hoping to avoid the dreaded fifth set, and the Mavericks team clamped down defensively, recording 17 digs and 3 blocks while holding the Rangers to .061 fourth set hitting. Browns had those digs while Daughterly recorded 5 kills in the frame. As a team, the Mavericks hit the Rangers by nearly 100 points, .220 to .126 throughout the match. Both teams finished with 7 service aces, although the Mavs were guilty of 9 service errors, 5 more than the Rangers.
Now that we have recapped some of the games, it's time to announce our Maverick of the Week. Our Maverick of the Week goes to Sabrina Vandalist. Sabrina earned her 13th career RMAC Setter of the Week honor after the Mavs went 2-0 last weekend to extend their best start in program history, 18-1. Congratulations, Sabrina, for your outstanding performance. You are Maverick of the Week. We are now at the end of our show, and it is time for our closing statements. My closing thought is on the cycling team. They just brought home a mountain bike national championship. The team finished with a total 672 points and elevated the program to its 17th varsity national championship. It was truly incredible to hear about how each one of them performed in the different categories in order to gain this title.
That is incredible. My closing thought is on the football team. They performed way better this past weekend, and it was nice to hear about the win again. If we had lost to Fort Lewis, that would have been disappointing, but hopefully this would have put the Mavericks back on the right track.
Hopefully. Now that we have wrapped up all the action from this week and given our closing thoughts, it is time to close the show. Thank you everyone so much for joining us this week on Maverick Postgame. I've been your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I've been Ruby Jewel Maurer.
Be sure to go check out our channel 62.2 for more games and updates. We'll catch you next week on an all-new recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. Stay safe, Mavs. Study hard. Go to a game or two. And of course, have yourselves a most amazing day.